You know, I forget that on this mobile phone there's buttons up the sides, and I just put my finger on the zoom button and cancelled everything, so that video just popped off. And I was explaining this. It's just plastic. There's no lockage stuff. There's nothing. If you tip it up all over, you hit it, it'll go across there and shatter. This is just shatter plastic. Yeah, probably. Is it flexy? Flexy, right? Don't do it because it's gone old. It's gone old. All the structure in there, the oil is coming out. Whatever they made this plastic with, it's oil based, so the oil's weeping out of it. It's leaking out. It's leaching. It's called leaching. Okay, we're not talking about the little critters that you get on your legs. Okay, that when you go into swampland, you know, if you go to a gator country or something. Right, so that goes around. And what you do, you can check this. You watch how I drew that line. Remember, I drew that line. I just in the other video. You can actually check to see if this is functional and it's square. It's all locked up. What you do, you've done it with a little scale. Okay, I'll do it here. I'll try and explain to you. I'll do it here. Everything's locked. If I draw that line there, is that line 90 degrees to this line? Can I tell? How can I tell? Watch. I grip it and I turn it, right? And I've flipped it through 90 degrees. How accurate is this Staedtler? How accurate is this Staedtler? Can you trust it? You bloody well can. Look. Watch. There's a line I drew with that edge. And I've swinged it through 90 degrees. And you look at that. Within the precision of the pencil line. I always say the precision of the pencil line. The precision. This whole thing is a piece of precision. And you can actually trust it. This is as good as the techno style. It's just cheaply made for the masses. But they didn't skimp. They did not skimp. They made this beautiful. Once this is all looked after, you can't really lube these. They're just plastic. It relies on the slippy surfaces already in the plastic, you know, on the plastic. You keep this, you clean it up. Look, that's supposed to be same colour as that. Whatever colour, I'm sure as far as I know, whatever colour that is, that's supposed to be that same colour. This needs a good clean up, like I say. There's all sorts of little tracks and stuff. There must be for, oh, I don't know what that's for. Maybe it's when it's raining, it drains away. I don't know. You can go, this is indescribable. It's indestructible, like Captain Scarlet. You know, I'd always call it indescribable, but it's indestructible. You can take that outside and it's chucking buckets and you can paint on it. You can put a piece of paper on it and paint. Yeah, you want to do watercolour out in the field, you can take this with you. You know, you can do whatever your imagination says you can do with this because you bought it and you can do what you like. Put all these bits away, stick your paper in, go outside and paint in the sun, draw in the sun, you know, charcoal paints and all that media. You can do that with this, anything you want. Right, so what I was saying, what was I saying? I've forgotten. There's all sorts of stuff in here. You have to learn it. If you get one, don't buy the, you know, if you see a good one and it's going for 30 quid, you know, and the postage is whatever, you got to pay 6 quid, 7 quid, 8 quid. It's coming from Shetlands. That's a long way away. You know, it's coming from Northern Ireland or Dublin or whatever. And you've got to buy it. This is coming from Poland and you've got to pay the postage. Don't worry about it. You've got to get it from Poland. You're not on the day you want to buy one, they haven't got one on the English listings or wherever you are localed in the world. Because I now notice that people from all over the world are looking at some of my vids. They're not commenting, and they don't want to comment. They don't have to. All I ask is you subscribe. If you just subscribe and never come back, I don't care. You know, subscribe. That's it. I want you to subscribe, and I want you to come, and I want you to do all the other stuff. When you look at the drawing board, it might say something different there because there might be a different arm on yours. This is what you're after. Get one. If you're coming back into doing drafted and you just want to start and you don't want to spend a lot of money, get one. You won't find that. It's taken me 5-6 years to find one that I can afford. 25 quid. Look, I got the whole gubbins delivered. I've got the, I'm not, where is that? Right. It's there and it's locked down. Get the thing. You might get an A3 one. This probably, I don't know if that fits or not. Right, left arm's got numb. I've got tennis elbow and I've been hammering last night and now my fingers, they hurt. They hurt because I was hammering last night and the video's about to be uploaded in a minute. It's uploading now to YouTube and I'll make it live. The whole thing is like 15 of them, 16 of them, all about the plumbing and copper work and how to do compression fittings. How do you put compression fittings on? How do I put compression fittings on? Okay, so once you can draw to your heart's content wherever you want. Okay, you slide that along. If you've got something you need to cross hatch, look, if you've got a rectangle in there and it's a section through a lump of steel, there's British standards for steel, okay, for hatching, and whatever it is, I don't know because I can't remember and I never even bothered anyway. I just drew. You can just hatch that at that angle, yes. Oh, frick. I'll start again. You want to hatch that. Set your angle, what you want to hatch at. What you want to hatch at. Somebody's not going to tell you what to hatch at that angle. They don't care. Nobody's going to come with a tractor and whatever and say, oh, that's not steel. This is whatever you say it is. If you say that is a block of steel, it's a block of steel. Now, I want to show you something. Have space, take it off, put it down, release. I can't release. Could have done with putting a little arrow. I don't remember which way around it is. In old days, when you wanted to put a bit of text on it, this is how you did it. Watch, I'm going to show you. This is what the draftsman did. They didn't care about, oh, they had a stencil or something. They just wrote there, right on top. Right? They just wrote there. How do you spell return? Is it like that? And I want to show you something, what happens. Look, it's on the line. Look, it's beautiful, isn't it? You just go like that and, you know, return. You want to put here. You know, you want to put here, block of steel. Block of metal. Right? You put it there, you point at it. That's now, that cross-hatching represents metal now. Your boss doesn't know that, or, you know, you're not got a boss. Your wife might know, your spouse or whatever. Whatever flavour you've got of spouse. Or girlfriend, or boyfriend, or whatever. They're not going to worry that you put that, you know. Ain't going to worry. They might do. They might be really bloody pedantic. They might be a better draftsman than you are. Draftsman, draftsperson, man, woman, whoever. Child. Yes, children do drafting. Of course they do. Drafting board. Pick it up. You got it. Pick it up. Get it. Okay? You want it. You get it. Okay, there's some cheapy ones you can buy for £19. You can get with it all this stuff already on it. And yes, you can do a draw with that. You can do a draw till the cows come home and it'll go vintage after 20 years. That'll be vintage. Right? If you want to get one of them, get one of them. If you want one, whatever you want to do to get yourself off the floor, this is what you do. You buy it. You want to lift it up off the desk? Use an old file. You know, if you've got a file like that, use that file. Right, so I'm coming off the drawing board and I want to show you something. It's gone off my desk now. We're not talking about it anymore. And I'll upload it and you'll see that one. So that's a Staedtler drawing board. It's an A3 one and you can do it that way as well. Once you've got it locked, you can do what you like with it. You can turn it upside down. What's in this file? And it's not this. That's something I did when I was working in my working life. They came and this company came and we did as whatever. Okay, what's in here? I'm going to turn that away because I can't remember if this is the right way around. This, by the way, is probably not copyrighted anymore because it's 1914 and it's gone past 70 years, so that should be okay. It should be okay. Please, Stanley, that if you exist now, don't do me for copyright because it's 1914, this document, so I can show it. I think I'm safe to show it. If you, Stanley Tools, if you don't want me to show this, please send me a comment. I'll bloody well remove it, okay? If you want to be, you know, you don't want me to use it. And I'm talking about Stanley in the UK and the USA and worldwide. Stanley Tools. If you don't want anybody to see this, let me know and I'll remove it. And what is it about? Okay, here we go. This is about Stanley plane. Number 55, combination plane. Look at that, Stanley rule and level. That's your main company, right? New Britain. That Connecticut in the USA. So that's wherever the company is. Copyrighted 1914 by the Stanley Rule and Level Company. And I can show this because it's past 70 years. I think it's 70 something years. I don't know exactly what it is for copyright. But it's public domain. This is in the public domain, by the way. And it tells you. when you get these things, read this Gumpy Dumpy. Not like me, don't read it. Read the Gumpy Dumpy. So I'm going to do another video just about this, but this is what it is. This is what that Stanley thing is. Can you see that? You want to read it? Read it. If you don't, you can do upload the PDF, right? There's a place where you can get it, and you all know where it is, right? And I'm not going to tell you what it is because I might get into trouble. But there's a place where you can go if you are in the know or one of your mates knows where it is. Ask them where it is. Where is this place where you can upload all these old documents? There's a place. You may even find it just type in Stanley 55 plane documents, okay? And it'll come up. Troll through the listings and find it. And upload the PDF and print it out yourself. And it gives you they're all identical, trust me, they're all the same. It tells you all about these tools. Ooh, the views. Don't look at them, they're electronics. It's an electronic circuit now, I don't want to show you. Alright, so today I'm discussing Stanley combination players. I'm going to put them on my desk today. I'm going to drag them out right now. And I'm going to show you them because lots of people upload the combination playing videos and they discuss various things, but they don't show you how to use them for real, in anger, properly. When I say in anger, I mean really do it for real life, and how you do it, and how you set up your benches and all that stuff to do it. There's a whole series coming, skirting board videos, and all sorts of stuff. It's all coming. Please subscribe and watch it. Subscribe, hit the bell notification and all the other good stuff so that you can... I'm uploading every day. I know there's people not looking. I'm trying to kick the channel up. I want to get information out to you. I want to get the information out to you. And I'm not a woodworking channel, okay? You want something to do with a sewing machine. You want to see a sewing machine being repaired. Ask me. If I've got a broken sewing machine, I'll show you. I'll even show you how to take a sewing machine to pieces and then put it away and build it back up again and do the electricals and fix the pedal and all the malarkey. You can learn it. I can learn it, you can learn it. Look, I've got broken stuff all over that's waiting to be fixed. Because this is not just a woodworking bench anymore. This is my soldering bench. This is my Dremel bench. It's a everything bench. You know, I do surface mount soldering. I've got nowhere to do it. I need my microscope. Now my microscope, I've got a binocular one. I've got a digital one. I've got a binocular one. It's a beautiful one. I spent a lot of money on it. Okay, so all this is to come. If you're interested in just soldering, I'll show you how to solder a wire. My way, not anybody else's way. You can look at somebody else's afterwards if you want, but I'll show you how to solder it with 2 lumps of blue tack. Okay, you don't need to buy all the stands and stuff. I'll put a plate on there. I'll stick 2 blobs of blue tack on because that's all I use. Bit of blue tack. If I want it permanent, I'll stick it with some hot glue, okay? And then I'll just hit it with the heat gun and take it off. Take it apart. If you want to do a really good bit of work, then I'll show you how to do it. I'll show you how to solder, properly my way. I'll show you. You want me to do it, I'll show you. Okay, so there's tons and tons of stuff coming. Subscribe. Send me a comment in one of the other videos. You want to see how to drill into this piece of wood and how to do that countersink. This is hardwood parquet floor. I save everything, and I'll show you where that belongs, where it's already installed in the house. Parquet floor. Ask me, how the hell did you do that? How did you do it? I don't know. I don't know how you did it. I'll show you. I'll show you. You want to know what form this thing? What form? I'll tell you. Send me a comment. That's what the comments are for, believe it or not. They're not for swearing at each other and saying, oh, you're a donkey or whatever. That's, you know, if you send me that comment, I won't even bother to answer it, okay? I don't care. You call me a donkey if you want, but I won't answer you. I won't come back and say you're a ham shanker. I won't. I'm not going to do that. I'm telling you now, ham shanker. I've done it now. That's it. I won't put it in the comments, though. So, ask me anything. Ladies, you come on as well, because this is, you know, I might show you how to sew a bit of cloth. If you don't know, or darn a sock. I have to learn it. In the old days, you did home economics, okay? Home economics. And they taught you in your middle school, home economics. They had a whole place where they had woodworking machines and everything. Old days, I'm not talking about now. I don't know what happens in schools now. I don't know idea. But if you want me to show you how to do a hand stitching, show you. You want me to show you how to do machine stitching? I'll show you. Basic stuff with a Singer. I don't have the Singer machines, but I learned how to do that at school. They showed me how to wash up. They're washing machines. They showed me how to grind coffee. You roasted the coffee and you ground it yourself. Showed me how to make bread with live yeast. And I remember it all. And Mr. the science, it didn't call it physics, it was just called general science. You know, he lit some magnesium in here. Fabulous. All the stuff that you go to school to learn. You know, you've got to learn it. You've got to learn. If you want to get on in life, you know, we all end and we all die. But if you want to get on in life, you want me to show you how to stretch that piece of rubber, I will. Just whatever. Yeah, whatever. There's so much stuff I can show you. So many tips that I can show you. But you ask me, please ask me. As you see, as I'm going past, and you say, oh, you know, what's that thing over there? What is that? What is that? What's that thing over there? Why have you put it there? What did you put that there for? Why is it? What's that there? What is that? Tell me what it is. What's up there? What's this thing? I'm going to talk to you about that jig soon. Look, I've just done a little bit about that. I've told you about. Look, all sorts of stuff. It's just put away because I'm not a organised person. There's all sorts of stuff. Ask me about it. Ask me about that little bit of string if you want. Comment to me. I'll comment back. Do it properly about something. Don't swear at me or other people that are on the channel, please. I've only got one subscriber at the moment. He was my second or third subscriber. He's called John. I really like him. He's somebody that I personally know, and he subscribed to my page, my page channel thing, and he's commenting. So if you look on the comments section at the moment, John's my friend, and he's commenting. He's asking me all sorts of stuff. He knows me, and I know him, but he's still asking me. And he'll say to me, "Oh, you know, what's that? What's that thing?" And I'll tell him, you know, or what's the reason for recycling, you know? And I'll tell him, it's a bad thing, recycling, well, it's not a bad thing. We don't know what happens at the recycling plant. We don't know what to do, okay? They say to us, recycle, so we recycle, we sort it and put it in the bin. What the stuffing hell are they doing at the other end? We don't know. Somebody might know. Somebody might have gone into a place and you want to discuss it, discuss it. You want to discuss, you know, like raindrops or snowdrops in a field or a plant or something. If I know anything about it, I'll talk to you about it. I'll say a comment. It might be just a brief comment. I don't know anything about that, you know, that vine or whatever, that blade of grass there or that piece of dust. I don't know anything about it. I absolutely know nothing about it. It's not in my knowledge base. Something's in my knowledge base. I'll try and work it now. Try to answer it or whatever. You know, you want to discuss that pencil sharpener? I'll do a 10-minute video on it. You want to discuss this drill bit? Because it's a different type of drill bit to that drill bit. That's a metal one for doing metalworking, but you can drill plastic and everything else with it. Because it'll say you can drill plastic when you buy it. This one is a woodworking one. Okay, look at that. See, I've gone off on a tangent, but it's got a little point at the end of it. Look at it, it's precision made. Yeah, and the reason being is you want to drill a hole perfectly there. In that dot, you put that point in that dot with your drill, and then it goes through. Okay, so whatever, ask me what that is. Ask me what that is. Ask me why is that bulb there? You know, ask me why has it got you? Why have you got that fuse box and that fuse box and that fuse box? What's that over there? What's that lump of stuff up there? Why is that there? You know. Why is that there? Why is that there? Why is that there? You know why? Because I keep losing them, and I lose them off my spray thing, and I'll put it up there. What is that? Why is that there? Why have you got that thing there? Why have you got that thing there? Why have you got this broken file there? Why is that? Why have you left it sharp? There's a reason for everything. I know my reason for everything. It's not the same as somebody else's reason for everything. And I'm not a tidy person, okay? So this is what it looks like. It's always going to look like this. It doesn't get tidied. I don't have the time. I'm trying to get on with other things. My brain's not wired like that. I've got all sorts of things. Ask me about it. Ask me about what's in there. What's that? Why does it say shellac? And what's this word mean? You know, what's that in there? What's that in there? What's that sitting? You know. Why is that there? Why have you got some guys in a little... Why have you got it? What size is that genie lamp? You know, is it a genie? No, it's not. It's something I picked up at a second-hand shop because I absolutely love it. I just picked it up because I love it and it's there because I love it. What's that ceramic coating? What is that? It's expensive stuff, right? That's ceramic coating. It's expensive stuff. It's for heat treating. Why did you just buy cheap stuff? I buy it because it's cheap. I can't afford it. I'm not a multi-billionaire. My name's not somebody musky baby. What's that there? What's that there? What's that doing up there? What's all this stuff? Why have you got all that up there? Why? Because I remember where it is. Why have you put a spanner there? Because you can't hang it, look. This is for plumbing. I was talking about it on the plumbing section. This is that special spanner. It's right up here. I hold it there. It's spoke shades right there. Not going to drop off, right? Because I've designed it not to fall off. There's some other ones there which I'm going to discuss at some point. There's stuff up there. All sorts of gubbins and pieces and stuff. And it's there for a reason, because I know where it is. Yeah? Within my memory bank, I know where it is. I know where every little bit of thing is. Or if I can't remember, I've got loads of it, shots of stuff that's sealed in a shelf, but I've got a shot of it. All sorts of kinds of stuff. That's a gigantic cooker. I bought that a long time ago. It's a dual fuel stove, a full size one. You can go outside in that in the countryside. This one, these are quality. They're not the junk that you buy now, that you get today. I'm always saying that's not the junk. The junk is the new stuff. And it is. It's fracking junk because they have to make it as cheap as possible. There's a thing due to be made to go in there. I haven't done it yet. I'm just thinking about it. My brain's working it out while I go to sleep. Your brain works out all sorts of stuff. I'm always talking about the brain because it's a fabulous object. And you've all got this fabulous object. You're just not... The muscles in your fabulous object is not being massaged properly. Right? Because we've been told you've got to watch. We've been told you've got to watch reality shows and you've got to watch this. Stop watching this shite. All that, putting it into your brain and wasting your life watching some family crap. You've got your own family. Get involved with your own family. Stop watching somebody else's family doing bollocks and making money while you make the money for them. What is that? Ask me, please. Comment. This is a 22-minute video. It's coming up today, so ask me. All right? When you see it with one view on it, you know, and it's been sat there for 3 weeks with one view on it because you're not interested and I want you to be interested. And what is it? Why don't you look? It comes past and you don't look. And it's the same with other people's videos. The technical stuff, you don't look at. You look at some baskets, fingernails with stupid little pebbles and crap all over them. Shiny things. Oh, fracking hell, it makes me crazy. Please, look at the technical stuff. Look at the technical people, the woodworkers, the solderers. That's what you should be getting interested in. You might not ever use it, but there it is. Okay, you ask me what is that? Why is it there? It's there for a bloody reason. Why is that? Why is that there? It's there because it fell out of there and I couldn't find it and I've just found it. So that's why that's there. Why have you got 15 different ones of them? Why? What's the reason? Why have you got a bottle full of, wooden things? Why have you got a bottle of them? What's that? Aloe vera. That's what that is. Aloe vera. Oh, what's that doing there? There's a tag there. Why is that tag there? You know, why is it there? So why have you got 4 knobs? All 4 look the same. Why have you got... What's that? Ask me. Okay? Comment, please.